Hey everyone, it's Detective Lewis here, and this afternoon we have some breaking news that apparently the city of San Francisco is going under full lockdown slash quarantine starting at midnight tonight. This is not a joke. This is really happening right now. Honestly, if you asked me, I would have given the United States another week or two to finally realize that we need to start locking down cities slash states. But it looks like they've come to their senses a lot quicker than at least I anticipated. And yeah, this is really happening. Now, before we get into more information, I just want to talk about our trusty coronavirus tracker website. Um, of course, the link to this will always be in the description below. It's backed up by Johns Hopkins University, so I give them a lot of credit. So we're looking at 179,165 total confirmed cases worldwide, 7,081 total deaths, and 78,078 total recovered. It looks like the amount of confirmed cases worldwide, excluding China, is about to pass China itself. Yeah, we're about to hit 180. Actually, it already has. Yeah, 81,000 times 2 is, yeah. There's my math, everyone. The United States reaches 4,200 confirmed cases, making themselves seventh on the list, leading in confirmed cases worldwide. And yeah, at this rate, I can see why they would choose to now have cities going under lockdown slash quarantine, at least starting with San Francisco. We have this tweet by BNO Desk, BNO Newsroom on Twitter. A really good source, by the way, if you want to follow all the coronavirus information without really digging yourself, or if you just want to save time, definitely follow them. They have a tweet right here. It's breaking. San Francisco Mayor Breed puts city on lockdown, says residents will be required to stay at home except for essential needs. Now, what are these essential needs? Well, I have an article that we'll look into right after I finish these series of tweets. BNO Desk next tweets out, the lockdown in San Francisco starts at midnight. Necessary government functions and essential stores will remain open. Now, obviously, the government functions, obviously, like firefighters, policemen, all that stuff. And essential stores, I'm going to guess, are stuff like supermarkets. And we have this third tweet saying, breaking, 5 Bay Area counties will join San Francisco in putting their regions on lockdown. So yes, this is San Francisco and the Bay Area. So this is going to cover 6.7 million people according to San Francisco Chronicle. So that is 6.7 million people that were just living their day-to-day life, of course, maybe following coronavirus news, and suddenly they are being asked, not even asked, they're being forced to stay in their homes unless it is absolutely necessary or dire. Well, going to the supermarket and stuff and getting what they need. They are being asked, no, like I said, forced to stay inside. So we have this article here that kind of said that this was going to happen ahead of time, but I didn't want to report on it until it was 100%. Yeah. So, defining moment, San Francisco to order residents to stay home over coronavirus. So, yeah, it says here it's going to happen at midnight. The city will legally prohibit residents from leaving their homes except to meet basic needs, including visiting a doctor or buying groceries or medicine. Well, obviously, yeah, visiting a doctor, that's pretty important, especially if you have signs of coronavirus. At least, oh wow, all the way until April 7th, so that's like 3 weeks. Um, You'll also require non-essential businesses like bars and gyms to close, but pharmacies, banks, and other businesses that perform an essential role for society will be allowed to remain open. So there you go. That's the essential places that will stay open if you're watching this and if you're in San Francisco right now. Of course, that's information that you want to definitely know. This is going to be a defining moment for our city. We all have a responsibility to do our part to protect our neighbors and slow the spread of this virus by staying at home unless it is absolutely essential to go outside. That's what Mayor London Breed said. Some senators and assembly members are calling this a critical step to combat the pandemic. And then state officials say we are in unprecedented times. We know that people are hurting financially and otherwise. This short-term pain will help us avoid much more severe long-term consequences. And yeah, they're going under like full lockdown slash quarantine, like only at 40 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in San Francisco. At just 40. New York City is at like 200 something, I think, maybe even 300. So I think New York City is next up, and it's long overdue. So more information under the order: residents will still be allowed to take a walk, exercise, or take a pet out to use the bathroom as long as people remain at least 6 feet away from others who are not a member of their own household. So it's not a complete lockdown. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they literally can't leave their house. They have, but of course there's major restrictions. Like you can't go out. You probably can't go hang out at a friend's house. That's probably not going to be a thing for those 6.7 million people. I believe it was. Yeah, it says here central government services include fire, police, like I said, transit, and healthcare. It's continue to operate. Homeless people are not subject to the order, but are encouraged to seek shelter. Of course, there is a homeless people problem going on in San Francisco, so I was curious about that. But yeah, yeah, that was just announced at 1 p.m. California time. It's 4 o'clock in as I'm recording this in New York. So this was pretty much just announced an hour ago, and there you go, San Francisco under full lockdown. It's happening, everyone.